Hi, I'm Amy with Root Wellness Studio. For years and years and years, people have asked me to make little video updates and share some of the things that I do in my private one-on-one sessions with people, as far as what the things I'm teaching them and the ways that I'm coaching them to understand their energy field and that kind of thing. And I'm finally gonna try it. I just figured, you know what, it's gonna be totally casual and on the fly and very raw and unstructured and right-brained, because that's just who I am. So I might as well just sit on the floor in my studio after an evening with clients and just tell you some things that are coming across my screen right now. So I thought it would be cool to do sort of like a general reading of the collective energies, just now and again when it hits me. And so I wanted to start with that and then also answer a question that a client had texted me about yesterday, because really questions are the best way for me to realize kind of some things that I might have to offer, answers I can share that might help more people than just the one person asking. So what I'm noticing coming up right now in the greater consciousness, in the collective consciousness, in probably the cosmic energies as well, has to do with the really powerful presence of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine energies. Both are very strong right now. Kind of think of it like the good enough father and the good enough mother as a collective energy, not like necessarily your own parents or parent figures. And what it does when those kinds of energies come up in that archetypal, greater collective conscious kind of way is it does trigger us into our kind of unconscious, unknown stuff that we have not healed and resolved with our own connection to those archetypal energies. And it can also be our own connection to our mother, our father figures, our mother figures, the energies around that in our lives. So you just might be noticing that. I think everybody I've talked to for the past couple weeks has noticed that. I was cracking myself up because I even sitting down and finally like turning the camera this way on myself and hitting record, I actually noticed that I'm wearing this navy blue sweater today, and it's just a silly little thing. But in high school, my mom would always try to get me to wear navy blue, and just in a normal developmental rebellion kind of way, I was like, ew, I hate that color. I will never wear that color. So I'm just cracking up. And hi, Mom, if you're watching this. I don't know. She doesn't always go in the woo-woo direction, so we'll see. But I just thought that was really funny that it was even coming up in this like really funny little tangible way in my video making. So just notice your triggers around that, how you can look for when you're triggered by the collective consciousness energy versus like something that happened at work or something that happened in your day or whatever, is that you just aren't sure where it came from. Like all of a sudden you find yourself thinking about something or having an emotional reaction that doesn't necessarily have a direct root cause. And then you can kind of examine like, oh, is this something that's coming up because of my relationship to being fathered or having father energy, or to being mothered and having mother energy? It can also be like your own, all of us have those energies within us. So the relationship to your internal father self and mother self. So that's just an interesting way to work right now. And it totally ties into this beautiful question that a client sent me yesterday, which is, what is the difference between ancestral lineage and past life energy? I could probably give a year-long class on that to answer it fully, but just to give a very basic sense of that. When we talk about ancestral lineage, what we mean is it's like bloodline, like DNA, family, heritage, biological. It's the energy that shows up in your actual cells in your body. It's in your organs. It's in the genetic expression of your being. So it can be very physical and tangible, like I have red hair, blah, blah, blah. But it can also be like a story that gets passed down, like an immigrant work ethic kind of story. Or, there's a bajillion directions that could go. But it's when you think about the narratives that you've been conditioned to just have as automatic thoughts within yourself. That comes from ancestral lineage. When you're tuning into that from an energetic awareness, when you're feeling your energy field and picking up on what's ancestral lineage versus like your own stuff completely, you can oftentimes feel it at the back of the heart chakra, which is between your shoulder blades. I've experienced it as like, there's like a line of people just like sort of that I can sense, a presence that's behind me. And there's like a way that they like want something from me or need me to be a certain way, or like they're still like kind of involved in having some ego energy that's attached to me or pushing me or holding me back, depending on what it is. So you can work with that energy by noticing it. You can release it. You can shift and change it. You can invite it in to really understand it, and then kind of come to your own centered relationship to it and let it go. Many ways to work with it, but just wanted to clarify between the two types of energies rather than getting into how to work with it, because that's just too long for this video. So for past life energies, that's more like your own soul imprint, the history of what your soul has done in its various incarnations here on this planet, other planets. I don't even know. I don't have like all the details and all the words for the places that our souls incarnate, but I know that it's not only here. And so it's more of like your own personal soul lifeline, the stories and the personality traits and the habits and the karmic spiritual path information that you've kind of collected and picked up along the way, the things that you've chosen to put yourself in the way of in order to have spiritual awakening and spiritual healing and growth. So it's a very different energy. It comes in more like kind of throughout the entire energy field, like you feel it like it's your own true thought and feeling now. So it might be more like kind of chest, heart, or mind centered. You feel it more in the front of you rather than behind you. I'm trying to think like, can they connect? Well, sure, because we have all kinds of energetic agreements with people that we come into relationship with through our incarnation. So there is like some possible bloodline past life crossover, which would be interesting to explore. So I'm going to let you go with just this much, little bits of information, but I am going to try to start doing more videos and information sharing. My organized self is going to put together some kind of really accessible online course to just start to get to know yourself in this way. And so that hopefully will be coming in the, next few weeks, if all goes well. But definitely send in questions. You can email, text, send me DMs on Instagram, like whatever way is best for you to reach out with those questions. I love it because it gives me an idea of what people are interested in hearing about, because I live and love this stuff, as you know. So bye for now.